Hello everyone, how are you doing? In my last video I was sharing with you my developed natured palette. It started from 24 watercolors and then I changed it um, to something that is more for what I need. I then changed it to this one and painted with it a painting. Don't know if we can see it correctly, but yeah. So I think it's called a goldfinch, and it's very beautiful. And I was very happy about the granulating watercolors, how they preformed. You can see them over here especially. And then I felt like I need some more watercolors and less others. So I decided to change some of the colors to this palette. And yeah, I'm very happy with it. I want to paint some birds in this sketchbook. It's a very cheap sketchbook, 320 GSM and A5. It's not a cotton paper, but it's quite a good paper, and I'm very happy about it. So let's start swatching. I forgot to mention that because of that painting of the gold finch, I think it's called, I added a white, titanium white tube here because I felt like I need something like white gouache, and I thought this one could do the work even if it's watercolor. So let's start. So the brush I'm using today is the Skoda Versatile round number 6. I really love the Skoda Versatile brushes. They're really great. It's a synthetic brush, but it preforms like a sable brush. And yeah, I love these travel brushes. This one is from Skoda's red travel set. So this color is Daniel Smith Lemon Yellow PY175. I prefer cool yellow than mid-tone yellow. Next one is Quinacridone Gold from Daniel Smith PY150 PO48. A very important color for mixing some realistic greens. Next is Pyrrole Scarlet. It's my warm primary red in this palette. It's a great color. It's a semi-opaque, and yeah, I like it. Let's add a little bit up. Okay. Next is my own mix of cool muted red or pink. It's with PV19 Queen Rose from Daniel Smith, PR 233 Potas Pink from Schminka, and Lunar Red Rock PR 101. So I talked about it before that I prefer to mix my own cool reds to make them more muted, and it's a natural palette, so it's great for that. This is a really strong color. This one, it's Quinacridone Violet PV19 from Daniel Smith, and it's in this palette because it's a great mixer. I'm sorry about all the noise. My cats, I don't know what happened to them. Switch this one again. Putski is doing balagan. I like to mix Queen Violet with some browns and ochres, and with some blues, and sometimes with greens, but mostly with browns and ochres. So this is Ultramarine Blue, the French one from Daniel Smith, PB29. A great mixing color. Next one is Lapis Lazuli from Daniel Smith. Sorry, it's Primatech from Daniel Smith. It's very expensive, but yeah, I love it. It's very granulating and delicate, and I like to use it on sky, and I like its unique granulation. I thought it would be good for feathers in a way. One moment. Just want to see I'm on camera. Yeah, I'm. Okay. Next color is Sodalite Genuine. Again, put it here for mixing. And for its huge granulation, and as a dark paints gray kind of dark, very beautiful color. Next is Fatal Blue Red Shade PB15 column 6. I'm sorry. It's an important mixing color, especially for realistic greens with yellow ochres and rose siennas. And yeah, I love this color. Next is Cerulean Blue PB35 from Rembrandt. I love this cerulean blue. It's more the red shade, if you can say. Next is Fatal Blue green shade, PB15, column 3. I like it as a mixing color, and also for a summer sky. Next is my own copper color. The inspiration was a gallo. I saw it swatched online and really liked it. I made it with Daniel Smith Cobalt Teal Blue PG50, Daniel Smith Buff Titanium PW6 column 1. Oh, sorry. And with Daniel Smith, not Daniel Smith, Rembrandt Titanium White, PW6. It's a very granulating, light aqua blue or turquoise, like aqua. Next is Cobalt Turquoise from Daniel Smith, PB 36. It's a great mixing color for interesting greens, and it's beautiful. Next is Daniel Smith Viridian PG18. It's a very granulating green and can create interesting colors. Interesting mixes. Next one is a color that I just added to this palette. It's Perylene green. I wasn't so sure about it at the beginning, but then I felt that I was missing it. Felt I needed this dark green, almost black, dark cool green, and that's why it's here. It's PBK 31. I don't remember if it's Daniel Smith or Schminka. Next is Rare Green Earth from Daniel Smith, PG 23. A very granulating, between neutral to warm grayish green. And yeah, it's great for nature paintings. Next is Van Gogh Davis Gray. It's made from PBR7, PG7, and PBK 31. It's a very granulating watercolor, and I thought it will be great for birds' feathers, some of them. Next is Daniel Smith Undersea Green, color that I love. It's a muted, warm, mossy green. It is made from PB29, PY150 and PO48. And it's also a good mixer with some reds. Next is Daniel Smith, a German greenish raw amber. It's a color that I love. It's very granulating, very soft, and I also thought about it for birds' feathers, like the plum of young birds. Next is raw amber. It's another add to this palette. I felt like I need it instead of other colors, both for mixing and as a stronger raw amber, especially mixing with some blues and greens. Next is raw amber is PBR7, greenish raw amber is PBR7. Next is buff titanium from Daniel Smith, PW6 column 1. I use it in my painting a little bit, and yeah, I love this neutral, light, opaque color. Next is Burgundy Yellow Ochre PY43. That's a beautiful kind of yellow ochre, a bit yellowish, a bit muted. It's yellowish green in a way, and yeah, I love it. It's really beautiful, and I love also to mix it with Faker Blue red shade to create a more realistic green. Next is a French ochre PY43, another low tinting, a very granulating color. It's more brownish than burgundy yellow ochre, and very granulating also. Also the burgundy yellow ochre is also quite granulating. Next is the Primatech from Daniel Smith, Yavapai Genuine. And again, it's something, it's a color that is good for birds paintings, and I used it in this painting. It's a beautiful kind of light burnt umber color, and I love it. Also very granulating. Next color is transparent brown ochre, a great mixing color, and yeah, I love it. It's very granulating. It's PR101 in pigments, and yeah, it's a great color. I like it a lot. Next is environment-friendly iron oxide. A very useful color, very granulating, and actually I used it a lot in that goldfinch painting. We'll try to put a drop of water so we'll see how amazing this color is. Next is Burgundy Red Ochre PR102. Beautiful granulating natural iron oxide. And yeah, I love it. It's very close in you to transparent red iron oxide. It granulates in a different way. When it granulates, you can see color separation, which is interesting. So I put a drop of water so we'll see it. Next is Daniel Smith Sedona Genuine. It's again some kind of a natural iron oxide, and I love that it's an orangish red ochre in a way. And yeah, I love this color. I use it a lot. Next is another color that is a bit low tinting. Talked about it quite a lot. It's Minnesota Pipestone. It's a cooler earth red than Sedona Genuine, and it's more low tinting, as you can see, but it's beautiful. And usually you have to pre-wet it. I didn't do it, I forgot. Next is a color of Van Gogh. I think it's a reddish Naples yellow or something like that. I don't remember the pigment numbers, but I love it. Really love it. It may be PO73 and PW6, but I'm not sure about it. It's more transparent than Schminka's Naples yellow reddish, and that's why I put it in this palette instead of that color. And also it mixes beautifully with other red earth tones and the brown earth tones. Next one is a great color on its own, and also I have to stop it. And also as a mixing color, it's a Venetian red PR101. It's opaque in its mass tone and peachish when diluted. We'll try to show it. Very beautiful color. Don't know if you can see it. And it granulates beautifully, and I love, if you saw my channel, you know that I love it with Phthalo Blue green shade. Next is Schminka's Potter's Pink PR 233. I love this Potter's Pink. I use it quite often. It's very beautiful. Next color is Lunar Red Rock PR101. Forgot to mention that Potter's Pink is PR233. Lunar Red Rock again is PR101. It's less opaque than Indian Red PR101 from Daniel Smith. And I don't know, it's more brownish, violetty. It really reminds me Caput Morton. And I like that it's kind of a warm muted violet. Next color is a color that I really love. It's a hematite violet, genuine. And I thought it will be very good for feathers. And yeah, it has a great granulation and an interesting peach undertone, and yeah, it's a great color. Next is Daniel Smith Van Dyke Brown. It mixes a bit with the hematite violet, so one moment, put it again. So as you can see, it's a very dark color, very beautiful. It's a mix of PBR 7s and it's light fast, unlike Van Dyke Browns. It's a great color, both on its own and in mixes, and I use it quite a lot in that goldfinch painting for white feathers, because it has this interesting beautiful granulation. I was debating if to put Lunar Black instead, but decided that this one is more interesting in its granulation, and again could be good for a bird's feather. So now let's wait for these to dry, and then we look at them. So the colors are almost dry, and you can see the beautiful color separation granulation of the enviro-friendly brown iron oxide PBR6 from Daniel Smith, and the burgundy red ochre. And you can see how soft and beautiful this palette is. We have a few more bright colors like lemon yellow, like Pearl Scarlet Pia 255, like Queen Violet, Ultramarine, Phthalo Blue red shade, and Phthalo Blue green shade, and Viridian. But overall it's a very muted, soft palette and very practical one, and I hope to share with you some more birds paintings. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful time and happy painting. Bye.